My name is Lee Owens. I spent 21 years, 5 months, 12 days, 2 hours in the United States Air Force, but I didn't keep count. And it was the most valuable experience I have ever had. It taught me to be a man at 19 years old. It taught me to work with others, to believe in this country, to believe in the flag, believe in America, and to believe that this country is great because of veterans, people who are willing to put their lives on the line every day. Crop dusters basically fly like acrobatic pilots, very low to the ground, very fast. And as I grew up and got a little older, like 14 and 15, I got to be the flag guy. And I thought that was so cool. He come flying over my head really fast, and I'm run to the next row, and he line up on me and fly. So that's how I got my start in aviation, because no one in my family flew. Not everybody's going to be 6'11" and play basketball. Never everybody's going to be able to sing like Ray Charles. But anybody can be me. All you have to do is be educated, study hard, work on a dream, and as I said early in this, get gratification for what you do. Learn to fly an airplane, because it teaches you discipline, it teaches you reward, it teaches you focus, it teaches you to stay on point, to know what you have to do. I can ask a young person at air shows who is 50 Cent. They can tell me everything about 50 Cent, but they can't tell me anything about Benjamin O. Davis. They can't tell me anything about Bessie Coleman. They can't tell me anything about the Tuskegee Airman. And my job is to educate them to their rich and glorious history that they have in these people that have done some extraordinary things under some very difficult situations. In 1941, Congress set up a program called the Tuskegee Experiment. They didn't even call it flight training. It was used to train young African-American pilots to fight in World War II. These pilots, after graduating, became the Tuskegee Airmen. They started out as the 99th Pursuit Squadron, and they were sent to Europe. Finally, after Eleanor Roosevelt came to Moulton Field, Alabama, to see why these black pilots weren't sent to overseas to fight for their country. And with the help of Eleanor Roosevelt, was dispatched to Europe, where they flew more than 800 missions, more than 200 missions protecting bombers and never lose a bomber. That's a feat that will never be equal again in the United States Air Force. Not only did they do that, but they hold the highest academic pilot scores as a group than any pilot group in the United States Air Force. But these men were in a segregated world down in Alabama, learned to fly and learned to become great airmen, great humanitarians, and they fought the double V. The victory against segregation in the United States and the victory against fascism and of Hitler's fortress Europe. 66 of the Tuskegee Airmen died in defense of this country. There's Charles McGee. He's flown more Air Force missions than any pilot in the United States Air Force. Do anybody know who Colonel Charles McGee is? No one knows. And that's what I feel is God has put me here to do, to be their legacy, to be their mouthpiece, to tell their story. And my job now is to carry on their legacy, not only of the Tuskegee Airmen, but all the aviators that came before them. Because the greatest aviator in history was a woman, Bessie Coleman. She was from Waxahachie, Texas. She died at a very young age, but she was one of the greatest heroes of my life, was Bessie Coleman. In the history of people flying around the world, there's only been one African American that's flown around the world. I want to be the second African American to fly around the world in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen and all black aviators that came before them. I want to do it in a P-51 Mustang, just as the same as the Tuskegee Airmen fly. They're very expensive to fly, they're high maintenance, but it can be done if we have the right backing and the right help. I mean, flying a plane around the world is no different than flying from here to Tucson. It has to be planned, it has to be worked out, the math of it, the science of it, the weather of it, what it entails to do it, and you have the right people there in your crew. We can do this. We can give back to this legacy that these Tuskegee Airmen gave to this country.